told you, every time that Maureen is on the set, the show is always late. So, but before we get back to our topic, I want to remind you that on 1st of April, our bishop, the 6th, Bishop Charles Moturi, will be live on air from 7 a.m. Roshini Rodaka, whereby he will be basically ushering in the theme for the month of April, which is owning the cross. So the 1st of April from 7 a.m., kindly remember to tune in. Our bishop will be live on air and he will be ushering in the theme for the month of April, which is owning the cross. So, Maureen, just before we went for a commercial break, we were talking about things that cause conflict in relationship. And we've talked about trust is a major cause if there's no trust in a relationship. We've talked also about, remind me, we've talked about what?
We've talked about
finances. And we've also talked about
friends.
And friends, isn't it?
Yes.
So, in this next segment, actually, we're talking about friends, Maureen, right now.
Yes.
Friends can really mess up a relationship. Always, isn't it? Especially if they are jealous of you.
Yes.
Let's say, for example, you start dating right now, and your girlfriends are not dating. So they are like, there's jealous on the inside of them. They're like, who is Maureen? Eh? What did he see in her? Yeah. So they can't show you, but secretly they envy you. And one of the things they can do is that they can work towards sabotaging your relationship. And one of the ways they can do that is they can go tell your boyfriend stuff about you.
I'm a victim of that. I know.
Oh, you really are?
Yeah.
So, okay, tell us about that.
I think that's why I'm so mad when you're talking about friends right now.
Yeah.
You see, there's a certain girl, and every time I was in a relationship, because I thought she's my bestie, my best friend, I used to tell her about it. And I don't know how my relationships will just start going south. And until I came to realize what is really happening.
Yeah.
And I decided to keep quiet on one relationship, and now I decided not to tell her anything.
Yeah.
And trust me, it did well. Just that shetani na yeye, anakuja tu hapo katikati. But that one did very well.
So she would go behind your back?
Alafu, no, you see, this guy is later realized, by the way, tulikuwa tunaambiwa kuhusu Maureen, si hivyo. And now they come telling me, by the way, there's a friend of yours, her name is, and I think she's fake. Then I'm like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Aliniambia 1, 2, 3 things about you. And nimekam ku realize hizo vitu si za ukweli. I'm so sorry about it. And now sasa yashamwagika.
So like we said, a relationship is not a threesome. It should be between two of you. Yeah?
Yes.
So she sabotaged your relationship deliberately because probably she was jealous of you. Yeah. And you thought she was your friend.
Yes.
So friends is a red flag when it comes to relationships, isn't
Not
it?
all, but most of them.
Most of them.
98%.
Actually, it's 99.99%.
Yeah, let's say 19. Because 0.000001%.
So if you really have a friend you can really trust, then you're very fortunate.
Yeah, lakini kwanza nyamazia vitu zako.
I love that.
Yes.
So don't let them know your next move. So there are people who do this. If they are dating, they will not introduce their partner until the relationship has blossomed. You know, there are people who, they start dating, they're so eager to show off their man or their girl. You know, they take pictures, both of them together, they put it on their wall, you know, and all of that. But then again, when it is too soon, you have people who are not happy for you.
Yes.
There's a Judas among the 12.
Kama wako single, there's no way one expect to go on a date.
And one of the things I've seen with Generation Z, this is so tragic, is that sometimes when you're dating, your girlfriend will try to bed your boy. It's like,
can you say that again so
yes.
that we can hear?
They'll try to get him to sleep with them. It's like they really have ill motives. And it's not like they want to keep him. No, they just want to sabotage. Why do they do that? Why do you think people do that?
I think it's just something about jealousy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Alafu, there's also something about you talking about your man to everyone.
Yeah.
You see, most of the time we ladies, nikipelekwa dates, nataka wewe ujue.
Yeah.
By the way, my guy took me out, alinipeleka bowling, akanipeleka sijui wapi. Of course, you also want to feel like I'm feeling.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Slide to his DM and you like, I like you, so I wouldn't mind you taking me to. And you know, I don't want to say men. Let me not say that today.
Yeah. You hold your thoughts for today.
Let me not say that today.
Yeah. So they are saboteurs. They just don't want you to see you happy. They'll do anything to destroy your relationship just so that you can go back to being single.
Yes.
So they are not genuine. So if you have like 5 friends, probably not even one, maybe even none of them. So keep your relationship private until the very later stages, whereby you've gone through the teething problems, you've had your first fight, you've reconciled, you've gone through everything, and now you've reached a stage where you're stable.
Yes.
Whereby come on,
point of return.
yeah, come on, you survive now, Charlie. Up to now,
Yes.
he must be the one, and then now you can introduce them, because what happens is this. The minute you start to show your boyfriend to your girls, the jealousy creeps in. And they are like, man, did you see what Maureen's boyfriend did for her on her Valentine? And she starts fantasizing and saying, I wish I could get a guy like. So she says, because I can't, let me go for. You get what I mean? Eh?
Yeah, I understand.
So keep it private as much as possible until you know for sure that you guys are stable.
There's a very good verse in the Bible that relates to that.
Yeah.
About Joseph.
Yeah.
If only Joseph kept quiet about his dream, he wouldn't have suffered.
Preach on.
Yeah. He wouldn't have suffered like he did. So
Yeah.
kindly, please, until it blossoms, like you're saying, until you're sure, I'm at that point of no return.
Yeah.
Kindly,
Yeah.
nyamaza.
True. Act as if
Kamati ya
you
roho
are
chafu
single, like,
nje.
yeah.
Nyamaza.
Yeah. Because
I know
man,
what it takes kushinda ukiongea, kushinda ukipost.
wow, keep it private, and especially in this day of social media, we want to show everybody how well we are doing, but it can work against you, isn't
Every
it? Yeah.
time. Most of the time.
Yeah. So friends can sabotage your relationship. Okay, the other reason why relationship fails, and we talked about it when we are off air, is of course family.
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 Family viewers. Family.
Yes. Family can interfere in your relationship. They feel obligated to interfere. There's a program that airs on TV called Date My Family. Have you watched it?
Yeah.
So whoever wants to, let's say for example, I want to date you, so I have to see your sisters and they have to weigh me on the weighing scale. Eh? Now the thing about that, and what I don't like about it is this: if your sisters, your brothers judge me, of course already there's prejudice, because they come with, looking at you with like, okay, what are your motives? What really do you want? Eh? So they'll not be able to see what you saw in me. So even when it comes to family, I think you should keep it hush-hush. What do you think? Or who do you think in your family you can tell? Your mom?
Sahi, Edwin. Ata your mom. Not all of them.
And she's on there, she's listed it.
I'm not talking about your mom. My mom is so supportive actually.
Yeah.
But some mothers.
Yeah.
There's a story of a friend. Her friend. And now they came to me and now we were talking about it. So her friend, now my friend's friend, is telling me about this guy she met. And this guy is so serious, and she decides to take the guy home to see the mom. And the mom is actually asking, where are you from? You see, these big families want you to get married by a big family. And this guy is saying, I'm from Kangemi, hapo nyuma, slums fulani, ni venye tu nimeoga, and And the mother was actually the audacity to ask, hata angengoja tu mwanaume atoke. And you think you can marry my daughter? Have you gone to our backyard and seen what we have in our backyard.
Serious.
But anyway, let me figure it out. I'll tell my daughter whatever I decide.
Oh.
And of course, it was a no.
Yeah.
And you know the threats that comes with your mother saying no, your father saying no. Hata mkizaa watoto, sitaki kusikia, sijui wamekuja huku. Hata sitaitaka kusikia mtoto wako anaitwa kama mimi.
Yeah.
And now, the guy of course ana.
True.
And trust me, this was a very nice guy. Na sasa ndo hivyo msichana amerudi soko and she's so heartbroken. She's saying, meta nikipata mwingine. Because I love this guy, and as much as I try to show this guy that I love him, aliniambia there's no way he's ready to come to our family.
Yeah.
So
family can be a hindrance. And another thing it's important our viewers to understand, even when it comes to tribes, there are some families, if you date from a certain tribe, you know what I mean? Yes.
Mluya staki, Mjaluo mwende na huko.
Yes.
Na huko kwao.
All those bias and prejudices, So it's true, especially if there's a social class issue there. Yeah. Like for that example you give us, they were wealthy, this guy is a hustler. But let me tell you, there's a scripture I love. It says, God raises the poor out of the dust, lifts the needy out of the dunghill, that he may set him among the princes of his. So I think to have that mindset that your daughter cannot date a guy who is an ajijenga, I think it's very backward. He can marry someone rich but a snob. Someone rich who cheats on her, beats her, womanizes around her. And yes, you maintain the social class, but your girl is miserable.
Yes.
So I truly believe that you should raise your girl well, but let her decide. Now, of course, there are instances whereby an instinct as a parent, you'll be able to know there's something that is not right. And you should tell them, you know what, just take your time a little bit, because women have that sixth instinct. But other than that, if there's no underlying issue there, you should give your child the benefit of the doubt to be able to choose and make her own decisions, isn't it? Yeah.
Something else about family, you find you're like 4 girls in your home and you're the last born or the third born. Unapata first born, hajaioleka. Second born, ni yeye huyo alioleka, amerudi home. Then wewe kama third born, you're just lucky. I mean, God has seen you and decides to give you something nice for a man. Utapata sisters watafanya juu chini. You're not going to get married. Amata, they'll start bad-mouthing you to that guy. Or even inciting. You know. Na pia, there's something else that people don't talk about. And it's partially a very big issue in family. When you go to these family negotiations, izo rorasho, and you're getting to that house and you're being told, toahi. Some families do that intentionally. Hautaweza. Unasikia umeandikiwa ati 50 million.
It's true. It happens. I have witnessed one personally whereby I took a friend of mine to go and pay the bride price. But what these guys were asking for, they were so unreasonable, so firm that we were like, hey, boss. You know, in Kikuyu, so you're allowed to come and keep on going. But these guys were so adamant, so firm that it made it next. In fact, we were thinking, is there any bad blood? And surprisingly, shockingly, sadly, that relationship didn't last 1 year. Because what would happen is, if there's bad blood from the get-go, that thing spills over too. And again, my friend was marrying from very elite, very well-to-do people. He was not very well-to-do. Again, also that played a role. Because what would happen is, when they would have an issue as a couple, the mother-in-law would tell her daughter, oh, come on, see you, come on, see you, come on. And you know, a mother-in-law is supposed to tell the daughter, Mushini waka wake. So what you're saying is true. It's very, very true. That family can sabotage your marriage. They can sabotage your relationships.
Hata utaenda kwingine usikie ati amekwambia aje ufanye nini, the mother is talking, ufanye nini? Ufue nguo na huku unafua. Asha shoka mushi. Wewe mwanako shoka. You're only destroying that marriage.
And you know, it's funny because you're destroying your daughter's marriage and you're already established.
Exactly.
Na ukakaa.
Na hata pengine ulikuwa unaendea maji huko kwa mto.
Exactly. So give your children chance to build. Let them make the mistakes, learn from their mistakes, and then be able to develop that relationship. Wow. So we've talked about dating, finances, friends, family. Have I left anything out?
Trust.
And trust. And of course, we cannot exhaust.
Yeah, because these are very broad topics.
It's a very broad topic.
It's supposed to even have ways to solve the conflict.
And I think that will be on Friday.
Yes, please.
No, next week, Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah. So you'll be on air and we'll do the second part of it.
Okay.
We'll do a quick recap of what we talked about. Then we'll talk about ways to resolve conflict. Yeah. Have you enjoyed that show?
I did.
Give me a high five. Awesome. So listen, unfortunately, our time is up. But I know you have enjoyed our show. And again, we want to thank you for joining us, being part of Thai Worldwide Ministry. For those of you who later watch this broadcast after it's been recorded, we want to thank you. And we want to ask you, kindly text us, inbox us, DM us, tell us if you're enjoying the show. Whatever topic you'd like us to address, we'll be more than happy to oblige. But my producer is telling me that time is up. And you know, in Kikuyu Mogaga,
You really had to do that on camera.
Yes. So, look, guys, we love you. We are praying for you. But until next time, have a blessed week and God bless you. Hello, everyone. My names are Edwin Mbachu, and I am a trained counselor and a life coach by profession. Now, here at Helping Hearts Counseling Center, we offer services that include youth mentorship programs, mental health awareness, guidance and counseling on drugs and substance abuse, rehabilitation services, as well as drug testing. Now, we are located at Bishop Karaoke Center, opposite Wangige Level 4 Hospital, and you can reach us on 0723 820 271 or 07188725556. Helping Hearts Counseling Services, a place of healing for you and your loved ones.